Thank you.
You are welcome.
I have a question in regards to the energies in the Middle East.
We may or may not be able to answer this if it is of a political nature.
Well, I'm curious to know if there's a probability of changes of energy in that area.
Well, eventually, yes. But right now, the energy has changed into the energy of warfare and conflict. It has accelerated in that direction.
Are you able to tell me which direction this is going to go? Is it going to be more peaceful soon, or?
It will be more negative before it is more positive. But it will reach a breaking point at some point in the near future, but not right away.
Let me see.
It has not reached its breaking point yet.
Are you able to tell me how much time that may take for that to?
We will see what happens in about 3 years, for there will be a large change for everyone in a particular direction that has to do with contact. But we cannot absolutely predict because things are still in fluctuation and the choices are still your choices, humanity's choices. That is all we are allowed to say about this.
Okay.
So we thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. One more question.
Yes.
Recently, me and a lot of my friends were experiencing a lot of like forgetfulness or just forgetting things a lot. Does that?
You're learning to live more in the present where you will know what you need to know when you need to know it and not rely on the idea of memory as you have known it in the past.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Thank you so much, Bashar. Is there anything else?
That is it. Thank you. Aveo.
Aveo. Thank you.
Hi, Bashar. This is your friend Andra. A while back, you told us that the Sasani people are akin to the honeybees that collect the energetic nectar from different civilizations and then spread the honey around through the universe. So I would really love it if you could give us the Sasani word for honeybee and anything else that you might feel inspired to share about this particular archetype. Thank you. I love you. And Aveo.
Well, we don't actually have honeybees on our planet. So we don't have a word for honeybee in that sense. However, there are animals that do form energetic webs, energetic connections to different forms of life on our planet. So we suppose that would be a relative equivalent. In our ancient language, they are called a type of seed that goes back to the idea of the original seed that formed the telepathic web between us all, and therefore they are referred to as Shaviqua, which means the light seed, the seed that connects us all in webs of light. So Shaviqua can be the closest analogy to the idea of that which connects all and spreads that vibration throughout a society, throughout an ecosystem, so to speak. So Shaviqua can be the closest analogy to the concept of a honeybee in that context.
Bashar, thank you so much for speaking with me today. You've just been a lighthouse to me in my life, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
It is our deep appreciation to co-create this interaction with you. What would you like to discuss this day?
So it's been my highest excitement to puzzle together the true story of Lilith. I feel there's some crucial insight I'm missing. You have said before that she may come through at some point to tell her own story. Is there any clue you can give me to better understand her and her significance?
One moment. Connections to nature are of prime importance to understand the story of Lilith. The idea of Lilith is someone who expresses an energy that is not dissimilar from the idea of the future hybrids that are connected very strongly to nature and who go through different levels of mastery to connect more strongly with all expressions of physical and non-physical reality. So Lilith is a story of self-empowerment, especially for the female energy expression on Earth. And so investigating and adopting anything that has to do with the expression of self-empowerment as an expression of your natural self will help you move forward in understanding the story of Lilith. Does that help you?
That is so brilliant. Thank you so much. Yes, I will need to take some time to digest that. That's just brilliant. Thank you.
All right.
So speaking of creation, 11 months ago, I co-created a beautiful daughter, Aluka, in a non-traditional way. I believe she has strong Sasani connections. Could you tell me something about her galactic connections, life theme, or soul contracts?
She is a strong teacher, does have hybrid connections, and connections to other extraterrestrial sources, especially Sirius and Pleiadian. In time, this being may be involved in some interactions with the hybrid children that will come to Earth to live among you eventually, among humanity. But for now, it is premature, still developing and still growing.
Amazing. Thank you. Speaking of the hybrid children, I have 7 hybrid children, and I know that there is a timeline where we could, meet in my lifetime. Are they sort of paused in childhood, or is there until they're integrated on Earth, or are they going to age in a way we understand it?
They will to some degree age, but they will not appear to age in the same way that humans do. The idea is that they are much longer lived, and the idea is that they don't necessarily deteriorate as they age, as they mature. So they may still seem very young even when they have achieved a greater age.
Yes, yes. And in terms of the potential of the timeline where we could have contact with them in a physical way, is that strengthening in possibility as we move through the window of open contact?
Yes, for those along that path, it is something that at the outside would probably not take longer than about 20 of your years at the outside.
Wow. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, my goodness. I recently returned from powerful vortex sites in Sedona and Chilca, Peru. I'm excited to see if I can map portals and vortexes around my home state of Victoria in Australia. Do you have any recommendations about vortexes in Victoria or Australia?
Well, obviously, an extremely powerful major vortex is in the idea of what you call Ayers Rock. Yes?
Yes, yes.
The Alice Springs area. But there is also a major electromagnetic vortex in the area known as Pine Gap.
Oh, I was just reading about that yesterday. How synchronous. Is that, is that similar to an Area 51 energy?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And there is, in fact, an underground base there.
Unreal. Oh, my goodness. So thank you for that information. That's a beautiful synchronicity. I am going to go there, Bashar.
Oh, all right. Have fun.
Yes, I will.
If you are sensitive to it, you may be able to actually physically feel the electromagnetic vibrations that are in that area in certain places, especially when you pass between large rock formations on the road.
Amazing. I mean, for some reason, I had felt that Australia didn't, was not such like as I returned from Sedona and Peru, I felt so invigorated by the vibrations there, and I felt a little bit disheartened when I came back to Australia, and I decided that that wasn't a positive way to feel. So I want to be able to locate the high energy sites here, and Uluru, obviously, yes, I've been there. It's so fantastic. But Pine Gap, wow, I'm really interested to.
All right.
To go there. Thank you.
Have fun in your explorations.
I will. I will.
You may actually also wish to actually take a device that can read electromagnetic energy with you.
So, okay, I will locate one of those devices. Absolutely. I wonder if I could take that with me to more sites as well. This is really exciting. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
But you can calibrate it based on what you experience in Pine Gap.
Very good. So do you know, I can just research where to get one of those devices.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, Bashar.
Yes. You're welcome.
I've got two more questions, but stop me if I'm going too much. Recently, I have been integrating my multidimensional selves. I've connected to counterparts in Orion, World War II, sort of ancient Roman Judea, and I'm starting to have strong impressions related to more recent military episodes in the Middle East, which seems odd to me because it's contemporary. Are these counterpart experiences, or is it a montage of media I have digested in my life?
There is some counterpart experience you are picking up on, yes.
Oh, okay.
It is a counterpart that is more strongly living out some of the ancient Orion connections.
Yes, yes. Beautiful. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, it was that last, it felt very aligned to the Orion story. Yeah.
Yes, there are many stories that are playing out on your planet at this time. Many different stories, a true melting pot of different stories from different directions, all using the Earth cycle vibration to attempt to change the ending of those stories in a more positive way. But first going through great darkness.
How extraordinary. I mean, I do feel as I move through time that I'm much more able to viscerally connect with the experiences and the lessons of my counterparts. And that is just absolutely mind-blowing.
Yes, and they from you, and they from you.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, how extraordinary. Reality is
So the more you are yourself, the more you help them have something to draw upon to help them as well.
Yes, and I guess what is the appropriate amount of focus? I mean, I don't want to get lost in that world because
Follow
obviously
the formula.
Formula, yes, correct. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
And your final question?
My final question, I feel that I have for many years been weaving together a tapestry about the divine feminine so I can write about it. I cannot tell anymore if I'm fixated on this idea because I've held it for so long, or whether I should keep pursuing this path of writing. Help me out, Bashar.
Is it representative of your passion?
It is. I'm very passionate about that story.
Then doesn't that tell you to keep going?
It does. I knew as soon as I asked that question, I shouldn't have asked it.
It's all right for you to ask it, but thank you for allowing it to be obvious.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I just love you so, so much. I can't even put it into words, Bashar. Thank you so much for your time.
It's all right. You may put it into actions.
Yes, I will do. Absolutely.
All right. Our unconditional love to you as well. Aveo.
Aveo. Aveo.
Hello, Bashar. My name is Sylvie. I have two questions regarding mostly the cyclic organization of the Earth, especially in relation to my own female cycle. Before puberty, I could see things very positively, such as the death of my grandfather and the separation of my parents. But since I've become more cyclically organized, my life has been more like a roller coaster. So how can I live my femininity fully without experiencing challenging emotions and pain, for example, during the bleeding? And Why do we go through puberty and the cycles? And what do they mean structurally, like in an archetypical way? Thank you so much for answering. Much love. Bye.
Physical reality, especially in the Earth system, is a reality of cycles and a reality of challenges. You have, as a spirit, recognized that you have the strength to face these challenges and were willing to face them when you chose to incarnate. The idea is to transform them in positive ways, to use them in positive ways, and sometimes to even eliminate them from needing to be experienced. But remember that if you experience them in a painful way, that is resistance to the experience, rather than using the experience to flow in a positive direction. Find ways to define these challenges in positive ways, how they can benefit you energetically, how there can be lessons learned from them that will allow you to transform other situations in your life, to use the challenges you go through in other areas of your life to know that you can face these challenges and transform them in more positive ways. So you can use these smaller challenges to allow yourself to overcome bigger challenges and transform them in positive ways. It's like a stepping stone to something bigger.
I'm very excited to ask you a fun question. So many years ago, I asked you about an entity that you gave the name Sadie Rose, and I began seeing Sadie Rose trucks. So Sadie Rose baking trucks. And you said, when I see these trucks, it was a state that I was in that allowed me to communicate with this entity. And
Yes.
recently, I saw two trucks at once on my way to go meet a gentleman who just happens to have the same last name as Rose, and that felt very synchronous. And I wanted to see if you had any fun additional information to add to that.
What was your visit with this gentleman about?
He's a guy I'm dating.
All right. Well, then you are baking a new relationship.
I am indeed. I am indeed. Anything else?
How high do you want to turn up the temperature on your baked goods?
As hot as we can.
All right. Then we would suggest that you go for it, as you say, without any particular insistence on what the relationship should be. Let it show you what it is. Don't impose any societal structure on the idea of what you think it's supposed to look like.
I love that.
Just enjoy it for what it is.
That's perfect. That sounds so fun. Thank you very much. And one more thing I'd like to just mention, my excitement, I feel my reality is extremely malleable lately, especially when I'm in the water with the whales and the dolphins. And recently I've had an experience with the orca that was quite exciting. And I just wanted to ask you if there was an amazing experience where I felt deeply respected by them. It felt very, very a strong sense of reverence from them to me. And I wanted to ask you if you had anything to add about that.
Well, as we have said, an analogy would be that the orcas are the samurai of the sea. And therefore, it's all about the idea of that level of respect, about truth to self, about being authentic in every level of your life.
Ooh, I love that. That word has been so resonant for me lately, authenticity. It's been a beautiful experience to be fully myself and authentic in the most amazing ways. So thank you for that. That's all I have. Thank you, Bashar.
All right. We thank you.
Good day.
Aveo.
Good morning, Bashar. My name is Shaylin Jennings. So my question is, what aspects of my life should I be focusing on over the next 6 to 12 months that are for my highest good, that will serve my soul's purpose, my heart's desires, the greater good of us all, of the greater energy, the universe? And secondly, Bashar, have you visited me? I have been on my channeling journey, practicing, trying to focus in and bring in higher level energies of light and love. And I heard the name Bashar Like, this was literally like maybe 2 to 3 days ago. So have you visited me, Bashar? I'm not tripping, right? Thank you. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.
Following the formula, of course, acting on your passion is the answer. And again, if you don't know what that may mean, then start small with everyday things. This is simply the idea of your, shall we say, blueprint informing you that you had set up this connection today. So you got a, in a sense, precursor of this conversation. You felt the leading edge of the wave of this connection 3 days before it actually happened, because you are sensitive to energies and allowed yourself to pick up on the idea of making this connection this day. So you are expanding your senses and increasing your sensitivity to pick up on things that have not yet actually manifested physically, because everything exists in spirit first, as above, so below. But sometimes the below has a time lag to it, and you will pick up on the energy in the non-physical reality of something like this conversation before it actually manifests in physical reality. So no, you are not tripping, as you say. You are picking up on our energy as we are having this conversation today, but did so 3 days earlier.
Hello, hello.
And to you, good day, good day.
I'm so excited, Bashar.
All right.
My question to you is, I feel I channel, and this name came in, Albatron. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know whether it's Albaton, and they say that they are of a being like yourself, and I don't know if it is really, and I would just like confirmation, please. And what am I to do with it?
If you feel like you wish to channel, if that is a passion of yours, then the idea is to gain practice by channeling for people who have questions, so that the information comes through you and grounds into them, so that you can get out of your own way. Are you willing to do this?
Yes.
Are you willing to do it without any insistence or assumption about what it is in terms of the information being accurate? It's about the idea of the information being relevant more than accurate. It's about the idea of letting go of any discomfort in feeling silly or anything like that in terms of doing the channeling in whatever way it works its way through you. And just practice with that without any insistence on what the outcome should actually be. As long as your intention is focused in a positive way, then you will be of service to others. But a good way to practice is to allow others to ask questions without the fear of what comes through you.
Right. And so is the energy that comes through, I totally understand, and I am feeling better that I'm doing that. But is the energy, is Albatron a thing? Is it something that's just...
It's a combination of things. You are working with your own higher mind, but your higher mind is connecting to extra-dimensional and extraterrestrial sources that will reveal themselves in time. So for right now, it is the state that allows you to practice in the way that you need to, involving your higher mind and some other energies that will reveal themselves in time. It's a combination energy.
And is channeling going to be a more common thing, like to...
In a sense, yes. In a sense, but remember that any time someone is acting on their passion, they are in a channeling state.
Okay.
So that will become the more natural way to experience it. But nevertheless, yes, there can be more communication through the idea of channeling as a way in which information can be delivered to your world to see if humanity is ready to receive such information and apply it in their lives, which make them more likely to experience contact in the future.
Right. And the way you channel to Darryl...
I don't channel to Darryl, I channel through Darryl.
Through Darryl, right. So you've been there, and your messages I just can't get enough of. And the common thing is that just to love yourself, the most simple thing to do, but we find it so difficult as physical human beings.
Yes, and to follow the formula that we have shared with all of you, because that's a literal distillation of how you create your reality experience. It's just like an instruction manual. If you follow the instructions, your reality will work to your advantage.
Okay.
That's all there is to it. It's that simple.
And it's too simple because that's why we can't follow it.
Yes, many of you believe it has to be more difficult than that, and that's all right. But that's an old idea that you're coming out of.
So my last question is, in the next 5 years, will our world change with the way we are, the way we think?
For many people, yes, according to certain events that may have a high probability of happening with regard to contact over the next few years. But for other people, no. It depends on what path you are on.
Okay.
So just be on the path of yourself and you'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bashar. I'm very honoured. Thank you so much.
It is our passion and our pleasure. Good day, Aveo.
Good day.